Welcome to another episode of Dadda Tube. Today I'm going to be showing you how to take a piece of plywood that has been made to size, how to have your child's name in one of their favorite colors added to it, and then it's going to be followed up with the ability to have it as a chalkboard. This is an inexpensive way. I used most of the material that I had lying around my house. If you do not have it, you can actually pick up your chalkboard paint from a local hardware store, even some Walmarts or Kent, Home Depots around the world may carry it. Stay with us and enjoy. So as I mentioned earlier, I will be using my plywood, which I've already spray painted red around the perimeter. I've spray painted the edges of it as well, and the top part where the letters are going to go. And we're just going to wait for that to dry, and I'll be back shortly. So I've actually gone ahead and put my son's name across the top, whose name is Jackson. You'll recognize him on future videos. And what I recommend is having something available, such as a long plier kind. This is actually a clamp that I've used for other projects, and that will make it easier for actually removing the lettering afterwards, after you put the coat of chalkboard paint. Couple things. This is the chalkboard paint that I have chosen to use for this particular project. One thing I do highly recommend is doing it in a well ventilated area, something that you have underneath of it that you don't mind if you get extra paint on. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spray this, and you can see the results happen. Make sure you shake your paint, spray paint very good, or else it won't come out appropriate. One key with doing spray paint is make sure you do even flows, smooth, and make sure everything goes perfectly. So I'm going to start down here, and I'm just going to go this way. So, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to go up, and when I do the letters, you want to make sure that you get right on top of it, so you get all around the edges to make the letter look crisp when you take the stencil off. The stencils I've used, I actually picked up at the dollar store, so they're inexpensive. And it's used, they can be reused, you don't leave them on here. You could choose to glue them and leave them there. I'm actually choosing not to do that with this particular project. So then I'm going to go back over the whole thing, doing the full strokes, covering one side to the other. Another thing with using spray paint, chalkboard paint, you want to make sure that you do not put a glaze over it, or else it will ruin it, and you won't be able to actually write on it with the chalkboard, or with chalk. So now I'm going to take my pliers, or the long clamp that I have, and you want to be careful when you take these out. You want to make sure you just get it bang on, and try not to have them slide too much. I tend to do this while the paint is still wet, so that way I don't leave any running into it. So, now that the project's done, I'm going to get an overhead view and show you what it looks like. So what we want to do is you want to make sure that the paint fully dries before you start writing on it with chalkboard. Thank you, and definitely feel free and leave comments in the comment section, suggestions as well, and don't forget to subscribe to Dadda, D-A-D-D-A Tube.